Hi guys. So we'll wait here for a few minutes and see if anybody hops on. I don't know how long it takes YouTube to put live videos out. So ooh, there's 5 people in here. Hi guys, say hi when you come in. Make sure you hit the like button. Oh, there we go. Hi Barbara. Hi Jane. I'm in South Dakota. So it is 12 a.m. right now. Kentucky. I bet you have a really good Southern accent. Hi, Jonathan. Yes, you're allowed. You don't even have to go in the corner if you don't want to. Oh, okay. Yeah, my cousin lives in Minneapolis. Yeah, I know it's late. I just heard a kid too, so we'll see how well this goes. But try to do it after they were asleep. If you're in the chat, say hi. So in South Dakota, I don't consider us to have an accent. Like we don't have a Southern drawl. We don't have a, I don't know. But I have friends in the UK that have really big accents, and friends from the South that have even bigger accents. Benadryl. We actually have been giving them melatonin. So, but just like 1 gram or 1 milligram. Nothing real heavy. Hi, Summers. Is it Daniil? Daniil? Dani? I probably butchered that really badly. Good night, Jane. Thanks for coming. Oh, farmer, where are you? All right, for those of you that I don't know or that you might be new to my channel, tell me how you found my channel. Like Janine with a D, okay. Janine, okay. Oh, thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate that. I'm kind of new to the whole live stream thing. I don't do it very often. I might have 5 whole videos in my stream that are live. Oh, your 2-year-old is up? Yeah, I was at Hobby Lobby, Michelle, and they had, it was in their decor, like home decor section. They had some mermaid pieces that said, I'd rather be a mermaid. And I was like, oh, Robin and Michelle. Hi, Grace. Hi, Fancy Pinks. Hi, Cindy. From Las Vegas. Wow. Aw. Yeah, I realize it's late. I just thought I'd come on and chit chat and see if you guys had any questions for me. Hi, Tony. What you crocheting tonight? Yeah, 90% off. So like this painting for the mermaid, I think was 20. So yeah, 90% off. Let's see, hold on. So as a reseller, I got this mug, which was $8.99 for 89 cents. It just says proud military wife, and I figured I could take it to either the swap meets or put it up on Macari or whatever and try to sell it that way. You know, I'm not about making hundreds of dollars. I'm about making just enough to make more money back because I'm just starting. So yeah, I mean, 89 cents, how do you go wrong on a coffee mug, even if I'm going to use it myself? And you did have to look at some of their pieces. Some of them had scratches or were broken. Hi, Candy Goth. San Francisco. Oh, do you have 49ers stuff? Donnie's a big 49ers fan. It really bothers me when they win against Packers. So Lenny is from the UK, you guys. Candy Goth Creations is from the UK. So say good morning to her. It's or afternoon. Morning? Is it like 8 over there? 9? Oh, you're a Broncos fan. Yeah. Oh, I bet you it's hot, Cindy. Oh gosh. I can't even imagine. So how many people in the chat crochet? And how many are resellers, or how many are both? So Tony and I bid on the same stuff, and so I'm like, hey, Tony, go crochet something. Hi, Jonathan Arfaro. Oh, Fancy Pins is a knitter and a reseller. I cannot knit for the life of me. I've tried and tried. Can't do it. Hi, Grace. Here, I gotta look. Summers is a reseller. Fancy Pinks. Oh, I said that one already. Fancy Pinks can't crochet. Yeah, see, I think it's just, I don't know, it's something about the two needles at the same time. Not to mention that the needles are probably used as, pokey stabby objects around here with my kids. I'm half thankful that most of my crochet hooks are bigger ones, and they're metal, so they can't really poke anything with it. I think so. I mean, I know people do both, but you kind of either really love one or the other. Yeah, Lenny says I'm a hooker. So if you guys, when you have time or if you choose to, you guys can go back and watch some of my other videos. But if you look for the one that says, "Are you a dirty hooker?" I go into a whole video that basically asks, "Are you a dirty hooker?" And in the Yarny community, we call ourselves, or at least the crocheters, call ourselves hookers because the crochet hook is hooked. So, but I have never really washed my crochet hooks unless I know a kid has gotten it all sticky or put it in their mouth or anything like that. So I've knotted before, and crochet. So crochet is just basically knots. There's only so many ways you can knot yarn. There's macrame, there's tatting, there's all kinds of different crafts within the craft. So, and if you have really good eyesight and you don't mind the tiny hooks, the death doilies, or the tatting is a good project. Or if you're like me and you like the bigger hooks, the amigurumis, the blankets, those are the things that you use the bigger hooks. Fancy Pinks, I've been crafting since I was 3, whether it was beads and you know how you take the string through the boards with beads, or it was painting, ceramics. But I started crocheting when I was 8. My grandma taught me. And then I got pregnant at 18, 19. Started crocheting again then. Again, my grandma helped me. And then this last batch of kids, so I've been crocheting nonstop for the last 10 years. So I'm 41 right now, on and off for the last long time. 32 years. Yeah, I made little Barbie doll dresses, even though I'm not a girly girl. I don't wear makeup. This is the first jewelry I've had in 18 years or 15 years. Yeah. But I am artsy crafty, so I've done plastic canvas. I used to make the calendars. I don't know if you're old enough to remember the plastic canvas calendars that you could basically slide the numbers off and change the dates and the month. And hi, Rise Up. And you can loom knit too. There's a YouTuber on here. Her name is Llama Mama Kayla. And you guys, she is an inspiration above all inspirations in my book anyway. She has lost 3 or 4 of her fingers, and she loom knit. So pretty much anything I could create in a crochet piece, she changed it to fit into a loom knit piece, it's difficult. There's a lot of conversion there. But now she's starting to crochet too. So she's managed through her disability of losing her fingers. She's got Raynaud's disease plus lupus. So her fingers just basically died one day and they had to cut them off. So yeah, if you guys check her out, she does other videos too, but she's very artsy. She's down south. She's overcome a lot and still creates every single day. So there's a lot of knitters that if they're missing an arm or a hand, they'll put the knitting needle underneath their armpit and they can do it that way too. So you can overcome a lot of things. Llama Mama Kayla. Yep. Yeah, it is. And she has 2 sons and a husband that support her a lot. So, and just like some of us, we have our good and bad days health-wise. They're 100% to support her when she's having one of those bad days. So I almost try to drink out of that cup. I'm a bracelet at the moment. What's that mean? Can you guys hear me okay? I'm trying not to shout. Rebecca! Oh my gosh, I miss you so much. You guys, when I say I miss you or I haven't talked to you, and I truly do mean that, you can see my face just go. So I hope you are well. So you guys ask me any questions you want. I can give you a little background story too if you wish. For those of you that might be new for my auction community that doesn't know me as well. Oh, really? Already? Wow. Okay. Mama Hodge or Rebecca is a crocheter too, and she makes stitch markers. She does diamond canvas. Let me see. Fancy, I don't know how to share because I'm right on YouTube and not on StreamYard, but I did copy this earlier. Here is my Facebook business page, just my Ooh Aah Crochet page. There is a group too if you're a crafter and you want to join. You can do that too. So there's a group and then there's a Facebook page, but under the Facebook page there is a photo album that has over 50 pictures in it, so you can see all the different things that I've made. Some of it is adult, so just beware. Thank you. You have that one. One of the auction community bought Rise Up, the octopus that is in my thumbnail picture, and that octopus, the pattern is done by Valerie with Old Soul Crochet. I love to test her patterns. I've been watching her since I was subscriber number 26, and she is now over, gosh, I think she's over 10,000 now. It's crazy. Let's see. Oops. I hope you do, Mama Hodge. Rebecca. I call you Becca, but so for those of you that don't know, I'm sure many of you do know, but I have 4 kids at home. I do have an Etsy shop, Fancy Pinks. It's under Ooh Aah Crochet, all one word. I can type that in there too. I have 4 kids at home right now. Donnie and I do, and they are 7. Michael is 7. Jacob is 6. Daisy is 4, almost 5, and Connor is 2, almost 3. And I bet you they can hear me talking and probably are going to get up. Okay. I think that should be it if I typed it all right. My kids just like come in and wake me up like they want their tablets or they want whatever right away in the morning. Yes, you're welcome. So another thing that we're currently doing right now in the crochet community, on my side anyway, is hi, Crafty Floridians in the house. We're doing a Garfield along. The Garfield is the name of our kids' school, and we're collecting mittens, crocheted mittens, or knitted, or if you so wish, you could go out and purchase some, but homemade if you have the time. Mittens, and then little amigurumis and like backpack buddies is what we call them. So basically it's a little amigurumi toy with a backpack clip on it. Yeah, those bobble stitches are a pain in the arse. They are. So Billy is like a crochet and sewing queen. This lady can crochet and sew faster than I can. Holy cow. Hi, Les. So anyway, we're collecting, sorry, I'm reading the chat. We're collecting all those small things for the kids for Garfield. And what we did last year was we collected hats, scarves, mittens, and then we collected all these small toys to give to the kids, bookmarks, things like that. And they can earn the small toy items, but the hats and gloves and mittens, because South Dakota is so cold. A lot of our families are below poverty line. And, kids lose mittens, kids lose hats. Sometimes the parents don't provide them. Sometimes somebody takes them, or they lose them out on the playground like mine did 3 times last year. That just gives them a backup at the school to be able to hand those out. I know several teachers were really thankful last year that they had those in their classrooms to be able to use, because you can't go out for recess unless you have hats and mittens on and snow boots. Well, I know, Billy, but you're still fast. Oh, Becca, that is so awesome. Like twins, or like this is the second grandbaby? I know, Lenny, I'm going to do that this year. Whether they like it or not, I'm going to crochet a string from one end to the other mitten. Billy, this year we're just doing mittens and small amigurumi toys and keychains for the kids, bookmarks, and it doesn't have to be shipped until September 15th. So you have almost a whole month yet. I know your hats, Rebecca, Mama Hodge Crochet, sent a whole bunch of hats last year. They were freaking amazing. The yarn was super soft. The colorways, strings and buttons on his scarf. So anyway, I kind of like to do that stuff. That's given me something to look forward to. So giving back is kind of something I like. So I'll tell you, I didn't get on my last video, I didn't get to talk about it, but on my last video, you can send hats if you want to, Billy. I know they still have a lot, but if you have other places that need hats, you can certainly send them there. Oh, I'm so glad you like it, Summers. But I will tell you, so I went to a rummage sale after I did the swap meet on Sunday. I went to a couple of rummage sales because I had money burning a hole in my pocket. And I stopped at this house for rummage, and I pulled out this half plastic head that was crocheted around, and it was in the free box. And I started a conversation up with these ladies about how I wanted to show my crochet community and Bonnie from Strawberry Bonnie Crochet what they used to look like. Back in the day, they would crochet around those half heads or make them into a flat dowel. So that started up a whole conversation about crocheting. And then I went into a whole conversation about reselling and my YouTube channel. And it just was really, you never know what a person, what kind of conversation you're going to start with somebody until you start talking to them. So by the end of the conversation, I told them when they said, "Hey, do you want a plastic bag?" My first reaction was, "Hey, I crochet with plastic bags too." And then all 5 of them, who were artsy people, were like, "Hey, we've always wanted to learn that." So I left them my name and number and my YouTube channel and my Facebook group. And so you never know. You never know who you're going to reach or, touch in any way. So. Rebecca, there is a brand, well, it's not new, but Cindy Hart's Crochet and I both literally came up with the same idea around the same time. Beth had sent me blue bags, and they were just this beautiful blue bags. And I had seen the Yip Yip pattern, and people were putting it all over Facebook. So I'm like, I can change those blue bags into a yip yip. And for those of you that don't know, that is the animal or monster from Sesame Street. He kind of goes yip 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 yip, so and that was blue, so it was blue when I turned it. It was plastic bags that I turned into a yip yip. So you could use that for like a bag holder, or like if you wanted to hang it outside and put clothespins in it or something. Pictures for the store. Billy, right now I have a ton of white bags. If you have any like colored bags, like any colored bags, I have. So all of our stores here pretty much in South Dakota, except for Dollar General, have all white bags. Oh yeah, you could totally, that pattern was super easy. It's just basically a cylinder, and then you just did the decreases at the top to make the face. That one was lined, but because of the plarn, I was too lazy and didn't line it. Oh, Farmer. So Farmer 77 is one of the people from the auction community who's very kind. He's sweet. He tries to tell you he's a bad boy, but he's not. He'll sit in the corner and play puff puff pass, which, you know. But if you watched yesterday's video, Farmer is one of those guys that helped buy yarn for me, which I thank very much. So other things I've made out of plarn are toy balls, toy blocks. I've made backpacks, bags. I made a 6 foot by 3.5 feet mat that went to Haiti for like a sleepless homeless mat. I did take pictures of the elephant. That is up on my Facebook page. It's also on a video. Oh, sorry. So so I say things like "oh farmer," and my kids start saying "oh farmer," because you have to say it in that, really loud voice. So even when I type it, I still say it out loud. I don't know how many other people do that, but I do. Rebecca, so not right now. We're focusing more on mittens right now, but probably next year. We just got so many hats and scarves last year that they had plenty. But when I asked the principal, that was back in February or March, and things kind of went downhill from there. Hi, Bren. But I did ask her again before I started it, before I made the announcement, and she said yes, they would love mittens and small amigurumi toys, things they can earn, bookmarks, fiddle things like I don't know if you guys seen the ones that Irene sent. They're little pillows, the fun fur pillows with the eyeballs on them. Anything for a kid to squeeze or play with, fiddle with. It just gives them some sort of comfort. I know that they kept a lot. They don't go back to school until the 27th. So, and I have no idea how that's going to look. I do, Ginger Ann. Hello, by the way. I do. You can always email me. My email is down below. Um, I'm a little behind on orders right now, but anything that you think you want, you can either grab a picture from Pinterest, the pattern itself from Ravelry or Etsy. If you have a specific pattern in mind, like somebody today asked me for a Hello Kitty. Absolutely. And I will add you to the list. All you have to do is prepay and I'll add you to the list. Yeah, a lot of people in South Dakota started back today. So it's they're starting. We were one of the luckier states, I think, just because of our size of population. Oh, Stitch. Oh, that's right. You emailed me. If you can go down the Pinterest rabbit hole, or even search out on Google Stitch crochet pattern, that would be your best bet. And then pick the one that you like the most, or give me a couple to choose from. And yeah, absolutely. Oh, who was that for, Rebecca? I know you could send them to Wings with Rose Likes Crochet. She's had a whole bunch of videos with the title on Wings. There's like I think it's an abuse. It was cancer patients. I don't remember who it was. There's been so many of them that I have a hard time keeping track, to be honest. But if you send them here, I will definitely give them to the school. So normally in the pattern description there is, so if you get a pattern description, normally if they've measured it out, if you're using the same type of yarn and the same hook, and there's what we call a gauge, a stitch gauge. So if you're doing a single crochet for 12 stitches by 4 inches, 4 by 4 inches, they give you the number of stitches that you should have for 4 inches to match that gauge. So yeah, the pattern will generally tell you how big it's going to come out, depending on how your gauge is. So if you have a loose gauge or a tight gauge. But yeah, I mean, and you can change your yarn size to make it bigger or smaller. Oh, that they sent you for it. Oh. Hi, Chacha. Hi, Chantel. So Chantel is one of those people that have sent me stuff before. She's actually from Canada. Hi. Chacha, I had my ice cream before I went on. Hi, Casual Flipper. How are you? So if you guys, if you were when I first started dating people, or when I first started meeting people or going places, and they don't know me very well, I'm always like, don't make me laugh when I drive because I can't see. Because when I smile or laugh, I can't see. My cheeks go straight up into my eyeballs. Oh, so the sloth that like Talbert's mom got, that Les got there. I mean, that was big. That was made out of blanket yarn. So I can do that same pattern in a worsted weight or a size 4 yarn, and it'll come out smaller. So yeah, there'll be a definite size difference to make that. Oh, thanks. So yeah, if you don't want it real super big, yeah, we just have to change yarn sizes. What did I miss? Valerie recommended me for Zoom meetings? Huh. Haven't talked to Valerie for a while. I know she's been super busy. So as you can tell, it's 12:30 right now. For me to do Zoom calls, even when the kids were in school, it was really difficult because the kids like swarm as soon as they hear me talk or see a video or see a picture of themselves. They want to be right in on the action. The sloth is big enough to scare my cat, Les says. Yeah, no problem at all, Ginger Ann. Absolutely. You can email me anytime. Do I still have? Yes, Chantel. I have about 6 or 8 list. I think it's closer to 8. Some of them are secret, so I can't name them all, but Casual Flipper, they are in bed right now. Poor Lenny's been up since 4 a.m. It's 6:30 over there right now in the UK. Her kids have been up. And Lenny, she has her hair is kind of like Robin's right now because she shed, so that mermaid look. But Lenny is always dyeing her hair a different color, always wearing beautiful makeup and these fancy outfits that I would love to wear but wouldn't dare. So like a cocoon sack. You could do a baby cocoon sack and just make it just make a flat bag pattern, and then when you get to the top, leave it open so you could do like an arm strap. So the baby's arms can still get out and their head, and that would be like a boy sleeper. Unless you're talking like a full body sleeper with legs and arms and oh, you shaved it all? Ooh. My nieces, if you're watching, you shouldn't be because it's late, have shaved the back of their heads, both of them. So I can't. I like my hair long. I can't imagine it being cut. Yes, you do. A button down long sleeve and legs. So it depends on how holy you would want it, Becca. You could do, so there is that doll pattern, the flat doll, like Raggedy Ann doll pattern. You could do the granny stitch for the top, like you would do the campfire cardigan. And then there's a way to make the pants and the granny stitch too. And you could make it big enough for a regular child, unless you want it less holy. Yeah. There's that Elvis pattern out there for a kid's romper that I really want to make someday. So it's Music 55 for the back of her hair also. She has the back of her hair shaved too? It really is. And I think you could adjust that to any pattern. Brian, if you can give me a picture or a pattern, most likely, yes, I can make it. I know that Lenny has made a couple of those too. Yes, there is an Elvis baby romper out in a crocheted pattern. I don't know if the actual pattern has been released, but there's been pictures of it on Facebook and crochet groups of a white crocheted outfit for baby boys. Yeah, anything you guys can think you might want. So like a baby Yoda, which selling the pattern is illegal because of copyright. But there was some people that did it. And that's each their own. I don't, whatever. But you can do blankets. So you can do like a corner to corner blanket. You could take my picture right now, have it all pixeled, and turn it into a blanket. So there's so many things you can do with crochet or knitting. And okay. But I made a Yoda. I made a Yoda keychain it's illegal for them to sell it. So because of copyright issues, a lot of them got shut down. I did buy a pattern, but I bought it for my personal use and not to resell. So there's kind of, I don't know, there's a really, really gray line for that. But I did make the keychain by myself without a pattern. But I did buy a pattern, a bigger one, because I wanted it for myself. But the Baby Yoda thing was like Disney went after their ASS and shut them down. A lot of them, because they sold over 1,000 patterns in like 2 days. Baby Alien, yeah. Or the child. They were calling it everything. And but yeah, I know. Oh yeah, the green color. It's hard. The green color I used was actually in a cotton thread, and it matched really well. The mouse. They are very particular about their copyright, and they will send you a cease and desist letter. They don't even think twice about it. Yeah, I got Disney Plus just so I could watch the Mandalorian, because Baby Yoda is absolutely adorable. And those eyes. So I've made things from baby items all the way up to adult items. If you guys want to see a really funny 2-minute clip, you can go and look for Ooh Aah Crochet and 60th birthday, or I think it's under 60th birthday. But I wanted to make something for my mom, and she was turning 60. And so I couldn't figure out what to make her other than something pink, because she's obsessed with the color pink. I don't like pink. But I designed the pattern. It's called the Granny Trio pattern. So there is 2 bottoms. So there's a granny square panty, granny undies, yep, granny square panty, and not so granny square panty. And then there's the granny boulder holder. So the bra type, or the top, is made out of granny squares or granny stitch, and the boob part hangs down to your belly, basically. So there is pictures in the Facebook album of that. And there's also that video of her unboxing that. She's just like, "You're not going to show me male member parts, are you?" And I'm like, "No, I wouldn't do that." But instead I developed that pattern for her. So kindergarten to 5th grade. So I think that is like 5 to 11 for the mittens, Billy. Ooh. Ginger Ann, that's hard for me to answer without seeing the pattern. I'm going to guess roughly if it's the size of the sloth, which is fairly big. It's over 24 inches. I'm going to guess the starting price would start at 50. That's an approximate. It might not be that hard. It could be harder if it's got a lot of pieces to it. The male member parts. Yes, I have. Farmer, I was going to send you one. And I'm like, do I send it? Is his wife going to freak out? Is his kids going to see it? Farmer, are you still on here? Oh, I wish I could show you a picture. My phone is dead right now, too. Oh, Farmer. Oh, there you are. Oh, she's 25. Well, there you go. So, okay, and maybe some of you, even if you're not crafters, have seen them, but there was pot handle covers that went around on Facebook. I mean, I think I got tagged in it a million times, but they were pot handle covers and an adult member to go on, like, say, your stainless steel pans. So you made them out of cotton and oh, not a problem, not a problem. So you could put them on your cast iron pans and grab them, or your other pan handles that might get too hot, or just great white elephant jokes or whatever. But they definitely, hi Farmer. So I was gonna send you a pot handle cover, but it would be a naughty version. I didn't know if you would get in trouble if I sent that. I didn't want you to open a box and then get in trouble. Especially since your box has toys in it. I didn't want to get you in trouble. But yeah, so during Christmas, so that was 2 years ago, I made over 50 of those in about 3 weeks and sold them for $5 or $6 a piece. Okay, well, I will make you one and I'll send it, and I'll even put one on there. So I charged $5 for a regular one, and I charged $6 with the blue bits. So I added the blue little dangly bits on there. And if you make them out of I Love This Cotton, just so you know, they are very flaccid. And if you make them out of regular, like Lily Sugar and Cream, or like a stronger dye print like a blue, they will stand straight up. Just so you know. All my auction friends are learning things that they probably didn't want to know. Then my mother, who after I made, all these other things, she leave it to her to have me make different adult things. So she had a friend in her group that that she works with. Somebody was turning 40 and they wanted to do a gay gift. So I ended up making no, you're fine. Not a problem, farmer. I ended up making a male member part, and had the blue bits hanging. So I thought, okay, I'll make it, normal size with the blue bits. Well, she wanted them hanging, like down to your knees hanging, because when you get old they sag. Just like up top, they hang down below. So the first time I tried it, I did make a chapstick cover too, Lenny. It's downstairs. But the first time I tried it, she said they weren't long enough. So then I had to I had sewed everything up and was like, okay, it's done. No, so I added another 2 or 3 inches. So the blue hangy bits were like this long, and then the member was like this. So then she's like, I need you to add a strap to that. Only my mother. And then her coworkers, of course, wanted some for their friends too. And I'm like, oh, good Lord. So you have to be careful what you put on your Facebook page as a crocheter, you do, because unless you want to make a bunch of those, it's not necessarily a good idea to share. So, but it was fun. I enjoyed making it. When I was making the pot handle covers, Donnie would look at me like, what are you doing over there? Why are you making so many male members? Like, sorry. So for those of you that walked in that didn't say hi, say hi. We're having an adult conversation because it's after midnight. Yeah. Uh-oh. Hello, Tara. So there's even Lenny said something about the chapstick holder, but there's chapstick holders or keychains with the male member, and then the bits to go with it. But when you open up the tip, you can put your chapstick in there. So there's also anatomy crochet pieces with the girl parts. I've made a breastfeeding hat. So you have the whole boob up top for a male friend of mine who just wanted one because he could. Salty. I can't stop looking at it. So, yeah, he's like, I want one of these hats. And I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yep, I want one. So, oh, yes, the can cozies. I do have the pattern for that. But basically, it was either like a beer can. So it had the 2 girls here. And then it had, the cozy around there. So you could have a booby cup holder. Hi, Ida. Hi. Well, good luck at your doctor's appointment tomorrow. Oh, yeah. So I haven't been doing a lot of videos. I've been on the auctions. For those of you that don't know, Donnie and I found the auction community probably in February. Good night, Mama Hodge. Good night, Rebecca. And that was kind of in the height of all this stuff going on. I was literally in tears like every single night. I was having like a mental breakdown pretty much. And then I found the auction community. I started watching it on my computer. And then Donnie wanted to know what I was watching. And so then we were watching it together. We stopped watching the news. and our life just became more uplifting. It was more, hey, let's see what they got. Maybe we want some of that or whatever. We ended up taking our tax return, and we were able to buy all the kids as Christmas presents. We're done. We have all that stuff bought and paid for. And it was like, hey, we can look for this stuff. It was just a really different feel in our home, and we weren't stressed because we weren't watching the news. And Don had to go to work every day, so he saw that part of it. But I didn't have to be stressed. And now that I've been hanging around longer, I'm on like Donatella Badalino and Auctions for You. I'm modding over there. And for those of you that don't know what modding means, if you've been in a different chat room, you've seen people with the blue wrenches. On an auction, basically what the mod does is keep the trolls at bay, which I don't do. I just let T handle that. But I'm just basically all we're there for is to help keep the auction going, keep the bids, let them know who the high bidder is, and mark it as sold once it's sold. So that's kind of where I've been at. And I've been able to show some of my crochet pieces. A couple of them have went to charity auctions, like Rise Up got the octopus. Fat Man the Flipper bought it for Rise Up, and but he bought it at a charity auction, so it sold for $100. That $100 went directly to the charity. I paid for the shipping to get it to the customer. It just is. It's an amazing community, just like the crochet community is amazing. I love both, but I've been blessed to be able to showcase some of my crochet items, and that has in turn blessed me back by getting orders. So I'm very thankful. It is definitely it's work, but I enjoy it. I'm realizing that my Chromebook, which is 5 years old, is not very fast at all. So I really have to have all my ducks in a row in my spreadsheet, or not my spreadsheet, my Word document out with all the links, and have all that ready beforehand so I can just copy and paste. I can't have anything else running at the same time. Of Facebook? I'm in the groups, but I don't participate. If I see something that popped up on my feed, I'll reply or like it or something, but I'm not in there a lot. Thanks, Billy. It's brought me a lot of joy, and I never thought, like, I know some of us say, okay, you have too much yarn, or you don't have enough yarn, or, I have a full room of yarn. So before, I was probably hoarding yarn, or I felt like I needed more yarn because maybe I would run out. But now, as I'm starting to resell, I'm looking at it like, okay, I'm not going to use all that yarn. So that's why I got rid of the baby yarn. I still have some baby yarn left, but I got rid of a bunch of baby yarn and the Karen Simply stuff just because I didn't use that type of yarn, and I got rid of the crochet thread because I know I'm not going to use it. But I can always use more yarn. It's just certain types of yarn. Like I can't use wool, so I sold my wool yarn. I still have some of that too, but it's not labeled and it's in oddballs, and it's hard to resell yarn if you don't have the tags on them. Unless somebody's going to use it just for like toys or a scrap blanket or something. But like I showed this cup before. So now that when I go out and buy things, I'm looking more in a resale capacity than I am in a collection capacity. Which before I just would collect things. I didn't collect a lot of things. Yarn. That's yarn and crochet hooks. Farmer, it really is not. Not for me anyway, because I find the humor in it. Some people don't, but I think the auction community that you and I participate in the most, or I guess the one I'm in the most and you're in there, is more of a laid back auction setting. Some of the other ones are definitely so which is okay. But I'm friends with some of the other moderators that are in the other auctions, the bigger auctions, and they are much faster than I am. They have better computers. They have 2 computers. So, yeah, maybe someday. And I need to get so this is my phone. Ooh, it's dirty. But this is 2 or 3 years old, and I wanted to get like the eBay app and the Macari app and all that other stuff. Mama G is fast and furious. Like, she can kill it. She can whack a troll and do a bit at the same time. I don't know how she does it. She's fast. So I either need a new phone, a new computer, or both. But this is will be 3 years old in November, but I can't get I have my Ibotta app on here and Shopkicks, and then your regular phone stuff and KindMaster for my editing program, and that's all this phone will fit. So I need to get a better phone. And then my this computer will not run if I'm trying to do any copy paste, whatever, typing in the chat. It will not let me have more than one YouTube open at a time. Mama G is awesome, yes. It does have an SD card in it. It's got the max, but it's still, once it's full, it's full. I have to delete the pictures and the videos as soon as I'm done loading them up to YouTube. It's on my cloud, but so, hey guys, I might get my first $100 from YouTube. I think this week. I think it only took me 6 months. That's a long time. And you think that, okay, yay, I got monetized, I'm gonna make a lot of money. Average per video is probably only like 80 cents to $1.25, I think $1.25, maybe. It's not a lot. And you would have to video every day and have a lot more subscribers than I do to get money. So, and you can cash out at $100, but you have to hit that $100 first. And it took me 6 months. Of course, if you went live and you were one of those that had chat revenue, then you would hit that faster. But I don't do a lot of lives because, as you can tell, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. That's when the kids are not up, at least not right now. Black Friday is coming, good sales. Yes, so I have been, so all my links are down below. I have my my Etsy shop, the eBay, Macari, changing the deal. Yeah, they went, yeah. So I have been listing on Macari and I have been getting sales on there. So that's been fun. It's a different platform than eBay. So like a Macari, you don't get the money until the customer gets the item. So there's like an extra 3 to 7 day turnaround for you to actually get that money. And then they have to rate you once they get the product. So live crocheting, it's hard with the setup I have. So my phone is my camera or my normal recording tool. And again, the memory, the power, that kind of thing. I have not done a lot of those. I would love to do tutorials, but I haven't got the setup for it yet. But yeah, so we got I'll tell you some of the deals that I've gotten recently. I got so there's this lady that from Facebook Market page who was selling like 4 totes of stuff, and it was only $45. And I'm like, what is in these totes for $45? And I'm like, okay, we'll take a gamble on it. Well, we've already made our money back on that one probably 3 times now. And then she had another one for $65, and in that $65 there was 3 totes. There was 3 baseball mugs. So like vintage base, I think they were New York Yankees. Oh, I'm trying to remember the names. It's not Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig was one of them. But anyways, these baseball steins are worth like $30 a piece. So I'm gonna bring those to Auction for Use and Donatella Badalino's auction, the resellers auction. So I'll have 4 of the steins, and then I got some vintage etched glass, and there's 3 of those pieces are on my Etsy shop. They are from Portugal. The only prices I could find was these things are like $40 a piece. So so if you guys have never heard of it, there is shopgoodwill.com, and you can buy, Goodwill's extra stuff that they put online to hopefully get more money than they would sell in store. I don't know if they have it all the time or if it's just because everybody is donating, but they have an excess of jewelry. So I just bought a box, and it was 22 pounds. 22 pounds of fashion and costume jewelry for $59, and then it was $10 shipping. So, I mean, the box was full, and I will do an unboxing as soon as I get it. But if you guys have seen, some of you may have seen the jewelry that I bought out, the paparazzi jewelry dealer that I bought out. She had over 100 pieces that she was selling for $150. I was kind of iffy on it, but then our local Hy-Vee grocery store here started doing a swap meet. So every Sunday I've been able to go and sell, and I've made my money back on that jewelry twice fold already. So now I've got the itch, and I went and bought more. Oh, how old is your son, Fancy? Did you say he was 2? But yeah, so I can't wait to get that box in, because 22 pounds of jewelry, you guys. I mean, that's like a kid. That's like a baby-sized kid of jewelry. So some of that I'll sell in person, some of it I'll sell online. Oh, that's what I can tell you guys. So a lot of people, I don't know if Cha Cha is still here, but she was having a problem saying "Ooh Aah Crochet." A lot of people butcher the crochet part. A lot of people butcher the "Ooh Aah" part. So in my family, when we give hugs, and we are a hugging family, so COVID hit, and we're like, "No, I need a hug." So in our family, when we give hugs, we give big, bear hugs, and we go "Ooh Ah," and so that's where the name came from. Ooh Aah Crochet is named after my grandmother, after my family. It's a very it means a lot to me. So if I tell you hugs from South Dakota, or "Ooh Ah hugs from South Dakota," that's what it is. But yeah, "Ooh Ah." So now you guys can go around saying "Ooh Ah" and give hugs to everybody. 7? Oh no. My 7-year-old gets up in the middle of the night too. I heard him giggling like right before I came on. I'm like, what are you doing? So a lot of people, like, when they look at the word crochet, if you don't know crochet or knitting, you have no idea how to pronounce that. It's really funny. So I've gone to the phonetics spelling of crochet. Oh, I'm sure it will be Ginger Ann. I'm sure I'm gonna be working on that for hours. That's part of the fun, I think. Michelle, we've had to give our kids melatonin just to get them to make their brains relax a little bit. Maybe it's a full moon, farmer. It could be. I know when the moon changes that these guys sleep different. I know. Lenny is not a hugger, and Kim from Blue Cherub is not a hugger. Yeah, I agree, Fancy Pinks. It probably is. And they are on their tablets. So we got them tablets because we never had tablets. We never had we don't have a gaming system. We never had any of that stuff. They had never touched a tablet in our house until COVID hit. And when I started homeschooling, then we took part of that tax return money and went and bought some. Good night, Les. Love you. Yeah, so I just didn't trust my kids with computer equipment or anything like that. And Connor has cracked 2 out of the 3 screens already because we didn't buy the bumper pads. If you got younger kids, I would buy the bumper pads for them, which we learned and we did eventually, but Michelle, I can only imagine. Yes. Yes. It is very hard for us. I don't know. There is some sort of endorphin hormonal thing released, I think, when you get one of those great big hugs, when you have that physical content or contact. At least there is for me. I think that's what it is that you just need that extra comfort. Yeah. Uh-oh. I hear the door. Good night, Grace. Thanks for coming. Well, we've been on for an hour, you guys. Do you have any other questions that you're curious about me or any other things you want to ask me before we sign off? It's so funny how delayed the chat is. Yeah, I think Mikey is too. I've asked his teachers a couple times, Lenny, but they say he's border. But Donnie's older son was highly medicated when he was younger, and he does not want to do that at all. So far we're managing. So for those of you that are crocheters or crafters, if you continue to watch my videos, pay attention. There are going to be some crafting auctions. There's going to be some specific crafting auctions. I don't know if Auctions for You and I will get together and get the one in September set up. I don't know if that'll happen. But I know, like, Cha-Cha or the Junking Data Girl is going to have a crafters auction. And basically, it's just a form you fill out. You watch it online. Some people include shipping. Some people weigh the item and figure out shipping and add that later. But it's been fun, and I enjoy it. And I haven't had any, like, lemons or bad, you know. You have to keep your head in the game, too, if you're going to bid on something. But thanks, Ginger Ann. I appreciate that. All right, you guys, I am going to sign off. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming and watching and listening to me ramble. I do appreciate all of you, and make sure you hit the like button on the way out. And if you want to come back and leave a comment later, that would be great. So I will see you in the next video or at the next auction. You guys have a wonderful evening. And I hope for those of us that have kids that they go to sleep. I know one is knocking at their doors, so we'll see how the rest of the night goes. All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.